Okay. So in this session, let's talk about a web service. So first question is, what is a web service? Let's understand the definition. Web service is a technology. Eh, Anybody knows what technology is? Web service is a technology. There is a language and technology. So we need to know the difference between technology and language. So first, let's see the definition of the web service. What is the web service? Clear? So you can see in this diagram, web service is a technology which allows data exchange between two applications developed in different languages and platform. We need to understand the meaning of it. Hello. Assume there is a two application. One is developed in Java and second one is developed in .NET. So who can tell me why we need to exchange the data? Why we should share the data? Any reason? Because you might have data, right? And I have also data, but I can give you the example of banking application, right? Two banks are there. One bank application is developed in Python. You have to reply, then you can understand the thing better. Second one is like Java. Tell me, this both the application has to share data to each other or not? Of course, they should share it. What about government organization? Government organization, they have access of almost all the bank information, right? They can access anytime. They have that power. So, do you understand the meaning of data? Data means whatever data you have in database that you want to share to each other. That's purpose. So, anybody can tell me one way of sharing the data is you can give access to your database. So you tell me, do you think it is good practice to share the database? No. Why?
No.
If you share the database, he can delete your data, right? Or he can use your data in his way, right? I don't want it. We never should expose our database, right? No. So what we should do? We should do something so that you can expose data in controlled way, right? So this is in Python and it is running on Linux platform, and this is running on Java and it is running on like Windows platform. Yeah. So you should see, this application understand Python and this understand Java. So you know because of different technology and language, it's not easy to share the data, right? So you need some mediator, right? You need some technology who helps to exchange data between both the application, right? So in between, you have to use some technology. You are following me, people? It's
Yes,
coming
sir.
in between, right? And this, I'm not saying language, right? I'm saying technology. So you should understand the difference between a language and technology. Who can tell me? Any idea you have? This is technology and language. Difference is in language. Language provides you programming construct. In that you can write your business logic. Suppose I would say, hey, can you write a program to compute a factorial of a number? You would say, sir, which language I should use? Clear? Like Core Java, Python, .NET, C Sharp, etc. But technology is just features based on language. Are you following me? Like servlet is a technology, not a language. Why? Using servlets gives you the capability to run your Java code on server. Am I right? Similarly, technology actually gives you the features. What features? If you say, right, I have a Bluetooth is a technology, not a language. Am I right? Yep. Because Bluetooth is a technology through which two devices can communicate to each other. Am I right? Hello. Technology gives you anything, features. You got my point, or you totally got super duper confused? Hmm? So here we have web service. Hey, what is the web service? Definition? Web service is a technology which sits between two applications. What it does, it allows exchange data between two different applications. Within the application, data exchange is not a big deal, right? You know it, service layer, DAO layer. But I'm talking about data exchange across two different applications. Are you following me? Suppose this is e-commerce application. Which application? E-commerce. Hey, please reply. You are not replying. What happened? People, you are not replying. E-commerce application. And this is also e-commerce application. This e-commerce application has like 1,000 products, right? Products. And your application also have like a product like 100 products. Tell me, e my e-commerce application is very popular. So tell me, you can show 100 products, right, on your website, and other product you can fetch from other application. Are you following me? In this way, even though you have how many product? Any guess? Only 100 products, but how many product you can show on your website to the end user? 1,000 plus 100. It would be 1,000, like 1,100 products. Are you following me? In this way, whoever comes to your website, he will feel you have so many products are together. But in real, how many products you have? Only 100 products. Other products from where you are fetching it? Other product from where you are fetching it? From your other
Another
your
program or
yeah,
third party.
your business partner, right? So in that way, right, your company name is Science, right? This is your company name, and this company name is like ABC, right? So tell me, if you're doing business like this, right, nobody will know about the ABC Tech, right? They know about only your company, Science Private Limited, whatever. Make sense? So this is all about business, right? You would never expose to your channel partner, right? Something else. You are not going to expose to them, right? Never. So you understand the definition of the web service? It is a technology which allows data exchange between applications developed in different language and running on different platform. If you understand the definition of it, you say, yes, I got it.
Yes, I got it. Clear.
Okay.
So can it be the it always has to be different programs, right? Not in the same program. I know that.
I don't know what you said. Can you come again?
It's it always has to be two different programs in order to implement REST
Oh
API.
man, in two different application, not program.
Application, yeah. Yes, exactly.
Within the application, there is no question of using a web service. Does not make sense,
Yeah.
right? Definition is
It could be
web
the
service.
same it could be the same language, but not it
Language
could be
could
the
be
same
same,
language.
platform could
Yeah,
be same, but it must be two different application, right? You are just talking about the worst case. It could be in different language and different platform, but it could be in same language, same platform,
that's correct.
right? And web service comes into two flavor. One is called REST web service, or you can say REST API. All are the same thing. Okay. Second one is SOAP web service. All right. So nowadays, most commonly used web service is REST. REST web service you will see everywhere, right? Everywhere. Without REST web service, you cannot think anything else. But SOAP web service is also there, but you would see very rarely. So I don't know which one is the more popular REST web service, right? Which one is good? Answer is don't know, right? Because both is good, depend on the requirement. Sometimes SOAP is best, sometimes REST is best, right? But which is most commonly used? REST.
Rest.
Which is simple to learn? REST, which is lightweight REST, right? But there's some limitation of REST web service. It support only HTTP protocol. So web service supports multiple protocol. Clear? And there is many more benefit of
So,
SOAPs. If you talk about
so well,
security, yes, sir.
you mean SOAP uses different protocol. REST only
Different
uses
protocol.
HTTP.
Yeah, you can use HTTP, SMTP, you know,
With SOAP or REST?
JMS, etc. With SOAP. REST only support only one protocol, HTTP. That's it. Anybody have any question query regarding web service and type of it? Two type we have. So, and
Can we say,
can we say what?
sorry, can we say the language gave gave us the ability to create technology?
Exactly. You are right. Using language, you can develop technology. So for developing any technology, what is the prerequisite? Language. Mhm. You have
Okay,
to say
thanks.
yes. Okay. Okay. So, A, what is the agenda, right? Agenda is web service, and you need to understand how one application can understand data about other application because they share data in raw format. A, in this we have Java object, here we have Python object, right? A Java object you cannot transfer as it is over the network. What is it? Can you help me? Java object we cannot transfer over the, you're not replying. We cannot transfer over the network. You are not replying. Java object we cannot transfer over the network as it is. Say yes. Yes, we cannot. Hey, what we can transfer over the network? Raw data. Yeah, you guys are not replying sometime. What we can transfer over the network. Any guess? I just said what
Raw
we
data.
can transfer over the network?
Raw data.
Raw data. You need to understand what is raw data.
What do you mean by
You
raw
want it
data?
the raw data. Very good question. Raw data is not a Java object. Raw data is like XML and JSON. XML and JSON are the two more generic data representation format, right? That is called raw data. Raw data means it is not representing the memory, right? You can save it in file, you can save it in database, you can transfer this data over the network. So you need to know in XML and JSON which format is most commonly used to transfer the data nowadays. So you can use both, but JSON is more popular, right? Nowadays. So you need to know how JSON looks like, how XML looks like, right? So if you want to transfer some data, so first of all, in Java, you have Java objects. First of all, you have to convert your Java object into, any guess? Java object into
JSON.
reply.
Raw data.
Raw data, raw data, raw data. It could be JSON or it could be XML. Suppose JSON. After that, this JSON data will travel over the network. I can show you how it looks like, okay? Once JSON data will reach to the Python application, then JSON is again going to be converted into Python object. Which object, man? Python object, right? Python object means memory representation, right? You got the idea? You are converting your Java object into JSON, right? In order to convert Java object into JSON, we have library available that is called JSON Mapper, or you can use Google JSON, right? This is the library for conversion of Java object into JSON and vice versa. Similarly, you can have library in the Python which can read JSON data and convert into Python object. Python library is there. I hope you understand what is the basis of exchanging data in REST API, JSON or XML. We need to see how JSON and XML looks like. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir. I'm going to show you the representation of this too. No, I need some space, so I'm deleting it. I need your help. Here, let me take some mangoes. You have you seen mango?
Delicious.
Okay, class mango, and you can make some attribute like private string name, mango name. You can give any name, right? And brand, few variety of mango and private. Can you help me, please? Float price the 2F. Please, I need your help. Private string color. This is what, man? Pojo class. You know it, right? Yeah, I know, I know. Hey, can you make a getter and setter? Yep. You know it, right? Setters, please.
Yep.
Getters and two-string method. So if you want to make an object of it, mango, new, mango. After that, you can, hey, I want to convert this object into JSON, then how it looks like, right? When you convert this object into JSON, we have a library for it. I can show you, right? Not a big deal. So once it is converted into JSON, JSON representation, curly bracket, open and close. This is the format. Yeah. And all the attribute like name, price, and color, you have to write in double quotes in JSON data. So first attribute is name, then colon, and here you can write the value. Are you with me? JSON, curly bracket, open and close. Attribute you can represent in double quotes. Colon, value you can put in double quotes. Then comma, right? After it, you can use next attribute, that is price. Then colon, here you can write the value of the float, right? Yeah, you guys are not replying sometime. Say yes, like this. Then comma,
Yes.
comma. After that, you can write color, colon. This is the JSON representation, sir. Make sense? In last, you don't need a semicolon. This is what kind of data representation? Java object to JSON. JSON stand for, I forget it. JavaScript object
Notation.
notation. Thank you for helping me. Okay. And if you want to convert the same data in XML, a Java object, if you want to convert into JSON, do you need some framework or it is done automatically? We need some framework, we need some library, right? And that library which convert Java object into JSON is called reply Jackson mapper. Or you can use Google JSON. This you can use any framework, right? For what purpose, sir? Java object to JSON and JSON to Java object. Similarly, you can convert your Java object into XML. For that, we have one of the framework, that JAX-B. Hey, what is JAX-B? Java architecture for XML binding. Reply Java architecture for XML binding. Hey, what it does, man? What it does? It can convert
Converts Java object to
Java object
XML
into XML and vice
or
versa.
vice versa.
So when you convert into XML, here you have to always use XML root element. What it does, I'm telling you. XML root element basically tells when this object is converted into XML, which will be the root element. Every XML is having root element. Can you see this? For example, here root element will be mango. And in XML, every starting tag will have ending tag. Can you see this? This is called root element. Everything in XML is called element. Root element. Clear? After that, you can write this child element name. Name is Langra, and you can close it. Make sense? Here, everything you represent in tag format. And here you can write your price open, price close. And you can mention over here what people, I need your help. And here you can write the color is yellow, and change it. Hey, you got this representation or totally got super duper confused? Hmm?
Clear. I got it,
So
sir.
every language has its own converter from XML to object and object to XML to object and object to XML. So in REST API, which format we are going to use? JSON format. This one. Hmm? So are you ready for that? Yeah. In Spring Boot, you can make a REST API in couple of seconds. Allow me. So let's make a REST API. REST API actually allows you to exchange data in raw format. Hey, what is REST API? I forget it. Who can help me to recall it? REST API allows. You have to give this definition. Allows. Yeah, REST API allows or add capability, right? Add capability. Capability. REST API allows or add capability in application to exchange data in raw format. If you got it, say I got it. Otherwise, say I don't understand.
No, understand, sir.
Got it.
We got it.
I want this definition after some time. You cannot say forget it. Okay, I'm not saying mug it. Understand? And express in a word. Simple as that. I'm going to make the REST API. Okay. Oh, you want to give the capability in the application which can represent raw data? Yes, it can represent raw data. I want to provide that kind of capability. Let's do that. Please help me to make REST API. Okay, helping you, helping you. I want to search my application. In Spring Boot, if you want to make REST API, how much time you need? 5 minutes is more than enough to make the API. Okay, let's see. People, if you want to make REST API, I want to make REST API for the movie. Friends, right now this API generate XML data? No. It return you the GSP pages, and GSP pages eventually generate the HTML content. Meena, am I right? So tell me,
Yes, sir.
movie controller is the REST API? Answer is no. Movie controller is not REST API because it is returning GSP, and GSP eventually presents HTML content, and eventually it is getting rendered in the browser. Yep. People, I need your help. I'm going to make the REST APIs. Hey, it will take only 5 minutes, not more than that. Can you help me? The REST API, I'm just making into new controller. Allow me. New package. You can write in same package, but I'm just writing API. And API I want to make for movies. So I can write movies REST controller. Meena with me?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And you want this can generate raw data, JSON or XML data. Here you have to use REST controller. REST controller means you cannot return GSP, right? You have to return only raw data. Why REST controller? Why REST controller? Any guess? Because this is supposed to deal with raw data. Got it? Yeah. And every URL you want to prefix with some particular pattern. Meena, like I want to deal with v3 in every URL pattern, right? V3 I want to prefix for that purpose. And here you want to first I want to show all the movie list. Can you help me? Hey, can I auto wire my iMovie service over here? Meena, yes. Why? Because you know already, right? I can auto wire it. Yes. Hello. I am auto wiring this service because this service is supposed to give me all the movie detail from the repository. You know it. When somebody does not know it, please go and do the practice. Okay. Because this I'm doing from last 1 week at least. So here can I write a method public, it is going to return me list of movies
Movies.
DTO,
And
movies DTO, right? And not entity. Entity is for repository. You know it, right? Meena?
yes, sir.
Find movies. But you see my style. I'm not returning a string. Here I'm returning a collection. Oh, nice. Magic. So here you can use annotation get mapping. Same annotation. Only changes is on the class trace controller. And here you can write slash movies. Sajna, my job, sorry, Meena, my job is done. So what you are doing? Here you are going to call that find all, right? If you understand, say understand, otherwise I don't understand. Please. Done. So A, Meena, when you call this endpoint, right, with get, it will return you movies as a JSON. Got a point? This is going to return what? Help me.
Movies in JSON.
Yeah, list of movies. Automatically it is going to be converted, right? List of movies as a JSON data. You would say, show me, right? Let me run it and show you, right? So this is I'm designing REST API. Run your application and access the URL and see the data. I'm telling you the way I will teach you. If you understand, you can explain all those things to anybody. What it is, why you are creating it, what is the benefit of it, right? All those things. So my dear friends, if you want to access this URL, so what you have to type, Meena, v3/movies. Type and get by default. So you can test it over here, localhost and port number. Port number is this one. Here you have to type what, Meena?
V3.
v3/movies. And see, can you see this? All the data you are getting in JSON. If it is not looking well in good format, you can use online editor. JSON lint online code formatter is there. You can use it. It was looking very ugly over here, right? So you copy the content and paste over here. And oh, asking for money. We don't have money. Can you see this, Meena? What do you see?
Yes, sir. Each row
The
is
here,
separate.
yeah, because this is one object, right?
Mhm.
So this is array of object. That's why we have square bracket. One object, comma second object, comma third object. I will show you per object as well. Let me show you. But raw data is coming, right? Nice. Let me make another API. Sajana. Another API means I want to pass movie ID and I want to show particular movie data as a JSON. Clear? You see my style of showing? Find movie by ID,
By ID.
right? Methods you can change and you can return only one movie data, right? Important. Meena. Here I'm using same URL pattern, but I want to send ID of the movie in the URL itself, in the URI. This is called URI, right? So you can give any name, Meena, any name you can give over here, any name, whatever, right? How you are passing movie ID in the URI slash curly bracket open and close and variable name. And this variable name data, as you read in the request param, in this case, you can use path variable, Meena. So what you're doing? You are saying whatever data is coming in the URI, I am reading with the path variable notation and binding with the method parameter. Now you can call which method? Hey, give me the movie of my particular MID. Hmm. So let me tell you, you should know the difference between URL and URI. That's important to make it clear right now. In this whole URL, hmm, hello, this much, right? This is called, or even you can say this much. Hello, this is
How
called. This
how
is
we can
called.
get an XML format, sir?
Yeah, we can do that. I'll show you. Not a big deal.
Okay.
This you can say URL and all together, right? If you in the URL, if you add something, it becomes URI. Hmm. Like www.gmail.com, that is URL. After that, if you add something, it becomes URI. Hello. What I have done? I forget it. Here,
So
what you need to do? Here, not list of movie data as per MID. Make sense? You want to hit it, right? How you can hit this URL? Whatever MID is there, right? After movies, you can type the data, right? Meena, you can give the number, right? I want to access movie which MID is 5. Can you see this? Only one record is coming. Curly bracket open and close, right? Confused?
Right, sir.
If you
No.
don't pass anything, it is fetching you everything. But if you pass a particular movie ID in the URI, right? So let me show you. When you are typing it, Meena, that's important. When you are typing it, see, this is your base URL, right? And V3 is mapped over here. Following me? And movies is mapped over here. Clear? V3 slash movie. And after that, whatever you are passing 9 will be mapped to MID. Make sense? And this 9 using path variable notation, you are binding with the method parameter. If somebody would say, what is the path variable? What is the answer of it? Your answer is, you can see it, right? Notation which indicate that method parameter should be bound to the URI template variable. This is very standard definition. You cannot remember this much, okay? So what you can do? Path variable is used to pass the parameter as a part of, let me write in my language. This annotation is, it is used for what purpose? Used to read data into REST API from, it is used to read data into REST API from URI. Got it? If your data is coming in the URI and you want to read it and bind with the method parameter, you can use it. Guys, if it is clear to you, say it's clear to me. Otherwise, say it's not clear to me. Please. This is called
Yes.
REST API. So if somebody knows Spring MVC, whatever I have taught you till yesterday, if you know that much, you can learn all those things in 10 minutes, not more than that. Done. Similarly, you can perform other operation also, right? If you want to perform delete operation, Meena, delete operation. You know what I'm saying? Delete. So for that, this is last for today. What you have to change? Again, delete, you can change the method. Delete by, and here you can call what? Reply, delete by MID. Are you with me? And this is
Yes.
not returning anything, right? Like here, what you need to do, instead of using get mapping, you can just use delete mapping. Delete, because you want to do delete operation. Are you with me? And here, you can return data of your choice. No need to return movie, right? Because you are deleting it. So let me make my own class. Meena, it is important. I'm creating a class application response DTO. This will generate data as per my choice. Okay. So what I want to keep in this, I want to just keep it like a string code, private string message. Then you can make getter and setter. Now you got my point. I'm creating Pojo, right? Because I want to return my message as per my choice. Okay. Because in delete, I don't want to return movie. So what you can do for this situation, people, like here, make an object of it, right? Meena, make an object of this application DTO. After that, you can set code and message of your choice, right? Code is like you can set, it is your code, right? 1000. And then you can set the message. What? What? Movie is deleted successfully. If you understand, say understand, otherwise I don't understand. And return it. So Meena, what happened in this case? Any guess? It is going to return this object, not movie DTO. Got it? So I'm able to hit 3 things. But this URL you can, Meena, you see this URL and this URL is same. Am I right? But what is the difference?
Okay.
Yeah, method. Here I'm using method delete, and here I'm using method. Let me write it. Method equals to delete. Make sense? And here what method we are using? Get. Got it? So tomorrow we'll talk about update and post operation. But I want you should do this much. Your question is how you can use this, right? Delete method. In order to use delete method, either you can use postman or you can use curl command. What? Either postman tool or curl command you can use. So I will. You can go and watch it or Google it how to use postman. Otherwise, what do you want? If you want, I can show you right now. Okay, but it's okay. You just do this much. In order to access get, you can directly type in the browser. But somebody was talking about XML, right? Remember? If you want XML data, then here you have to use one annotation, XML root element. For what purpose? If you want for movie DTO, XML should be generated. Meena, you can try on it. Can you see this? Here your data is coming in XML, not in JSON. Can you see this? Meena, are you there?
Yes,
Where
sir.
she is? Now it is coming in XML format. See, here it is coming in JSON, right? But if you use Postman, you can clearly mention it you want in JSON or XML. This is coming by default, Meena. It is our luck, right? When you are fetching particular data, browser is showing in JSON XML format. But when you are fetching all the movie, it is showing into JSON format. I'll explain you tomorrow why it is happening. But what is the real way to access it? If you want to really test your REST API, we need some tool that is called Postman. That we'll discuss in next session tomorrow. I think this is more than enough. The way I'm teaching you, please go and just watch it couple of times and ensure you know this much. Not less than, not more than. And I'll make you expert in REST API. Clear?
Yeah.
That's my agenda.
I
Yes,
have
sir.
one question, sir. So my question is, uh, so the JSON mapper, or like JSON that is like used by Spring Boot, like by
Implicitly,
default.
by default. That's
Okay.
why it is happening.
Okay. Cool. Thank
Actually,
you.
in Spring Boot, already we have support of JSON, already we have support of XML. For JSON, you need Jackson Mapper, it is there. For XML, you need JaxB, it is there. Thank you to Spring Boot for making our job super duper easy. Make sense? I hope whatever I have discussed today, you have understand, right? I would not say completely, but 98%. So guys, I need to talk a lot still in REST API, what REST API is, how to design it, how to design best API, what is the HTTP status code you should use, right? What naming convention you should use when you design your, endpoints. So we'll talk about all the best practices used in REST API. Today I have just given you the basic idea about it. What is the web service? What are the different type of web service we have? REST API, SOAP API, and in Spring Boot, how you can design your REST API and how it is super duper cool. So people, I think it is enough for today. I want you should spend some time on it and do practice and come back tomorrow. So I'm just keeping my session till here. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow in next session.